In problem 14, they're asking us for the instantaneous rate of change of r with respect to x, if this is my r of x function. So things you have to know: instantaneous and plain old rate of change both mean take the derivative. So in this situation, I look at my function and I say I'm going to write it in a form that I know I can take the derivative. So that's my first step, changing the form. Now go ahead and take the derivative. The derivative gives you your instantaneous rate of change. So that's going to be 4x minus x to the negative 2. Now you should clean that up and say that you have 4x minus 1 over x squared. That's the best form in which to write your answer. Okay, let's go right into number 15. Here, notice they are saying average, average. That is different than instantaneous or just plain rate of change. So when they say average, do not take the derivative. Assume they're going to give you an interval, which they have. So your job is to find the slope of the secant line. The slope of the secant line is just change in y over change in x. So in this situation, it would be r3 minus r1 over 3 minus 1. So let's do the math. That's going to equal, if you put a 3 in, you get 2 times 3 squared, which is 9. So I have 9 plus 1/3 for my first term. And then I'm subtracting, plug a 1 in now. 1 squared is just 1, so 2 plus 1 over 1 is just 1. Okay, all over 3 minus 1 is 2. Okay, so I have 9 1/3 minus 3. Okay, so let's talk about how we're going to do that. And did I do that correctly? No, I did not. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to say, let's check our math. It is correct that I have 9, but I have 9 times 2. So I'm sorry, I have 18. So see what I didn't do? I didn't do that. So doing steps in your head sometimes not a good plan. So I have 18 plus 1/3 minus 3. Okay, 18 plus 1/3 minus 3 is going to give me in the numerator 15 1/3. 15 1/3 divided by 2 is my answer. Now, do not leave your answer like that. What I would do next is change the 15 1/3 into an improper fraction by saying 3 times 15 is 45 plus 1 is 46. Okay, so this equals 46 thirds divided by 2. Since we don't actually divide fractions but multiply by their reciprocals, I'm going to erase the 2 and say, let's go and multiply by 1/2. That's going to give me 46 over 6 for an answer, which reduces to 7 2/3 if you wish to do that. All right, that's your best presentation. Really, 46 over 6 would reduce to 23 over 3 if I divided them both in half. That's a good form for your answer, but if you like 7 2/3 better, that's good. Okay, 7.6 bar notation would not be as good a way to present an answer, especially if you have to use it someplace else. So either have your answer be 23 over 3 or 7 2/3. That is your best cleaned up answer. Don't leave things a mess. Clean it up so that you could possibly work with it in the future.